Aloha, I'm Mary Kopczynski, the CEO of Regulator. This is my co-host, Amir. Welcome to this week's Regulatory Roundup, broadcast on the beautiful island of Oahu. I wasn't going to do this, but honestly, with Regulator, it's just so darn easy to know exactly what's going on. I couldn't resist. The regulator of the week is the HKMA, the Hong Kong Monetary Authority, which announced its new FinTech 2025 strategy. Central to the strategy is ding, 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 RegTech. Hong Kong wants to be the most innovative place for RegTech solutions. As the fifth person to ever hashtag RegTech, I'd like you to know that I'm deeply relieved to know that I am not crazy. RegTech is the future. And if you still don't have a subscription to Regalytics, I honestly don't understand how you can continue to fly blind. We cover over 3,500 regulators now, which is far more comprehensive than any other regulatory alert service out there. The topic of the week is taxes. And no, not the normal Uncle Sam taxes that normal people like you and me pay. I'm talking about the largest corporations in the world. 130 countries, including the United States, agreed to a minimum tax rate for the world's biggest companies. For those of you following cyber, FinCEN also issued terrorist financing priorities to all agencies, and of course, cybercrime is one of them. If you have any association with New York State, you really need to be following the New York Department of Financial Services. In addition to finding people everywhere for cyber breaches, they just issued new guidance on appropriate ransomware prevention, and we all know what that means: more opportunity for fines. New York also busted 2 banks for violating the state's fair lending laws after the state realized that white people were getting better interest rates on their auto loans than everyone else. And then the final icing on New York this week is a Department of Financial Services sponsored study that came out about the insurance industry and their financial exposure to climate change. Turns out life insurers generally have greater exposure to carbon-intensive sectors than property and casualty and health insurers. If you're following crowdfunding, continue on even further west than me until you hit Singapore, where the Monetary Authority of Singapore has put out rules on those with capital market service licenses having to do with capital adequacy, AML requirements, and dollar lending. And speaking of west, it's time for me to go play in that ocean. So that's it this week for Regalytics US Alerts. Join me every week on Wednesday on LinkedIn and YouTube. Can you say bye, Amir? Say
Bye, Amir.
No.
That's it for Regalytics.
Good job.